Yeah, I think we're playing standard campaign.
Hello, friends. Yo.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
Oh, wow.
So it turns out it's not a one-shot. We're just going to be doing the regular campaign, which I've mostly been doing on the Twitch.televisions, but... oh well!
We had change of plans.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
So,
So last time, you were just done putting down a bunch of cultists, or knocking them all out.
mm-hmm. We have a tendency to do that.
What are you doing now?
I haven't the slightest clue. I was not ready for this.
I'm going to continue exploring. Hey, I found a Vivian.
Hi, how's it going? Who wants to do a recap?
Who
Understood.
recapping?
Well, we came into a place that had cultists, and then we started beating up the cultists, and now they're unconscious.
Understandable. Well, I think that pretty much sums
That
up
means
everything.
we won.
Yay!
Except for this one, it seems like. They don't have the unconscious symbol.
I think we were going to question them. Them and this person up in the top corner back here were the last two up.
Yeah, I think so. But they're so badly damaged that any damage to them would knock them out anyways.
Yeah, I just mean like they had surrendered, and that's basically where we're at.
So you have two surrendered lads. One of the magical persuasion, and other of the pew-pew kind.
I turn to the fellow I have beaten into submission, and I say, what can you tell me about your Archmage?
really obsessed with draining the crystals.
Okay.
They like use them to make other crystals.
Are they making more black crystals?
They're like making other crystals, like red ones and black ones.
And where is this happening at?
Well, here we just drain them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, we got this, like, lady. She's like a battery.
Battery of what exactly?
Of, like, I think whatever energy's in those crystals.
Okay, well, where is she at?
I don't know, she's somewhere around here. Probably the Archmage's quarters.
Mm-hmm. What direction is that at?
He points to, he points to the east.
Would someone else like to do something?
Is that all the information we need? What was it you said, Jade?
I'm just asking someone else to take lead because
Well, Goroth is going to just still be holding up the archer who surrendered last time. And he's just going to look at them and... What do you know of your associates' activities here?
They use this woman to drain crystals. I don't know how they do it, but, like, they do it.
And this woman, is she a willing member of your plot, or is she a prisoner?
I don't know. She doesn't talk. Does a lot of screaming, though.
You don't see any problem with this?
They kind of look at you with, like, a buddy, I'm in a cult expression.
It's a very particular expression, but I think I know what you mean.
And how
Anyways.
many of your friends are around here?
Friends, let's see. Well, you beat up most of my friends already, so, you can sort them out.
I love how chipper he is about that. Like, unironically, I think that's kind of great. unironically, I actually think that's fun.
With friends like these.
Okay, I think I've had enough of this. And Goroth just, like, brings him down and then conks him on the head to knock him out.
You too, buddy. And I just bring my fist down on top of the head of the mage.
Alright. And then Goroth is going to drag him over to their, like, bed quarters and tie him up in like a blanket burrito on one of the beds.
I've got a collection.
I'll do the same for mine.
But yeah, you knock those two out handily. They just slump to the ground, and you tie them up.
Alright, everyone, looks like this has become a mission to either sabotage the cult or rescue a captive.
I like doing boss.
Yep.
In any case, I guess we better keep looking around to see if we can find whoever this was who they're using to drain the crystals.
Alright, well, only one way to go, I suppose.
I mean, I think there's technically two ways, but
Well, the way that involves leaving and going home and having a cup of hot cocoa doesn't seem like it's on the table right now.
The door ahead of you is locked.
Well, time for cocoa. Let's head back.
I attempt to pick the lock.
Give me your rolls. Give me your hottest, freshest lockpick. Or thievery. Whatever it is.
It's thievery. It's pretty hot. Especially now that I have this necklace of keys around me. They're like thieves' tools that can't break.
There is a very slight click as the door unlocks.
Before
On the
I
other side of the door, you hear quite a bit of screaming.
checked for traps.
There are no traps.
I opened the door.
Before you is a grotesque sight of what appears to be two white glowing beaming crystals stabbed into the side of a dragonborn woman with two cultists maintaining the reaction. On either side of her, you see crystal jars, just containing crystals, and what appears to be vessels containing humanoid bodies.
Okay, which one's the Archmage?
As you enter the room, everyone turns towards you.
Hooray!
One of the men in the center. Oh, what now? Who the hell are you?
Reinforcements.
Hey there.
Reinforcements for what?
Kicking your ass, I would assume.
He looks over at you with a weird expression, then looks over at Vivian, then looks over at everyone else in the room. So it's a fight, huh? Okay.
Well, unless you want to give up, you're what's left.
He just shrugs. Nah.
Nah? Wait, what? Nah?
An attempt was made.
They're not going to give up.
You do realize, like, we're adventurers, right? Like, you know, storybook style. Like, we come here, beat up bad guys. That's you, because, like, you know, the whole cult. You know you're bad guys, right? Cultists and all that. You know this? Just checking.
Roll for initiative, but they do respond to you. It's now. Does it really matter who is good and who is evil?
No, not
Some
really.
bit.
We're under Gaius to beat up cultists, so, like, you know, we don't have a choice in this either. If you can think of any way out of it, then I'm all ears. You know, otherwise one of us is gonna die, and, well, historically it hasn't proven good. Hasn't proven good for the cultists so far.
That is a lot of wow, very one-sided rolls.
There's a diplomacy check of 32.
I'm gonna say that it doesn't immediately make him stop, but they are intimidated. And they just say, "So it was you. Interesting."
Oh, yeah, probably. We do a lot of this nonsense. But again, we don't really want to, so, like... we could figure something out, maybe.
Interesting. What do you propose?
We're under a Gaius that forces us to, anytime we walk around, we run into you guys and can't really leave until you die. I mean, we can keep on going with that. Again, you've seen our work. Not a single person that you have has been able to stand up against us. That's not great for a track record for you guys. You know this. This is stuff you already know. What you might not know is that we are also doing this under our own duress. Like, don't get me wrong, you have a innocent... that Dragonborn, are they innocent?
Is anyone innocent? Really?
Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, you say things like that, and it just makes people want to punch you. And like, I'm trying not to, okay? We're doing our best right now to be civil. But the thing is, like, if that person didn't agree to be, crystal lasered, I'll be honest with you, I don't exactly know what's going on here. But if they didn't agree to be whatever that's going on, then we're probably going to have to beat you up if we want to escape. Unless you have another answer to this Gaius. Because if you do, then that'd be great. That'd be just so handy right now. Yeah. Also, are there 2 dragons or 3? Because I know the light crystals are like for 1 dragon, and like the black crystals are for another, I think. And then there's the red crystals, which seem like they're more like for me or something. I don't really get that like blood magic is kind of my thing, but I don't really know why you guys make it. Well, why are you guys making blood crystals? Let's start there. What are the blood crystals for? We know the black crystals are for, like with you know, we got that out of you guys already, and we know what the light crystals are for. We've already fed a bunch of those to the dragon. What are the red ones for?
They kind of look at you, then look at each other like flabbergasted. Stand for dragons? What? These are just blood crystals. You store blood in them.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about the black ones. You guys have been making the black ones too, right? Do we have the wrong group of cultists? Hey guys, do we have the wrong group of cultists over here? Sorry, just give me 1 second. Guys, are we sure this is the same group of cultists?
Tennis cultist? Are you tennis cultist?
Their faces look just as punchable as the others.
Yeah, they got the same robes, but I guess, like, you know, blood robes are kind of like... you're not standing out, you know? You're not beating the allegations, is all I'm saying.
Also, that my insight roll was towards the Dragonborn being captive in their reply.
They probably did not agree to this.
I relay this information.
Just saying, it doesn't seem like they agreed to be laser beamed in the sides.
I cracked my knuckles. Well, I think we have come to an impasse.
So hold on. You guys are making the black crystals, right? That's your thing?
Yes, we're making the black crystals.
Okay. So the red ones... They got blood in them. What do you guys use blood for? Like, the black crystals are for 10th, right? Right. You guys are the 10th ones, right? The 10th cultists? I get them confused sometimes. Again, you all wear the same robes. You gotta find a better branding.
I suggest a good hat.
Yeah, you know what? That would be good. Everyone does hoods. Everyone does hoods. Those have gotten up in fashion for like 3 or 4 years. If you want to stand out,
like 6-inch tall hat with like the giant symbol of tennis on the top. Well, no one knows. Everybody will know exactly who you are.
No, just make it fashionable. Make it short brimmed and with a yellow feather. You know, you can even keep the rest of the robes. Then just take the hood off. That'll make you look more distinct. You know, people will be like, oh, them. Because right now, no one knows you from any other cultist. And let me tell you, there are plenty of cultists out there. Oh, anyway,
Zombie bloke kind of scratches his head for a little bit, and like, while you're going on this tirade about like their cloaks and how they're just dressed like every other cloak, the archer just shoots you.
So fair. That is so fair. Okay.
Does a 25 hit your AC?
Of course it does. I'm a bard.
Oh yeah, would we have had a short rest before everything?
Yeah, we did.
Well, we were in the middle of one when we, started our second combat.
Oh.
And then we ended right after that combat.
I'll just say you would have had time to like eat some of the food, replenish some energy.
Mm-hmm.
No one would have known. There's too much screaming going on.
And of course, you guys can, top off with the healing surge if you need it.
I did.
Yeah, I meant
Like,
to.
I mean, like with my bonuses. So that just kind of greases me. So I'm just gonna keep talking.
That was very grazes.
Like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Barely even hit. Anyways, so the black crystals and the red crystals.
This one also shoots at Vivian.
Vivian, we can just beat them up and question them later.
Oh, that hits.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Why are you sorry? You did 3 damage to me. Okay, so...
As this one just kind of like just hit into your shoulder.
No, I am going to Court of Resilience, and reduce the damage by 11. So I just simply change the. Oh, okay, so question: what kind of arrows? Are these just kind of stock arrows, or are they like blood tipped or something? Because that'd be kind of better.
These are like just stock arrows.
Okay. I just raise up my hand and turn the arrow to the side in mid-air, so it just gives me a little scratch on the bicep. And I say, and this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, pathetic.
So now you have like you have a +2 bonus against this person, and they have -2 against you.
Sweet.
They shuffle away from you a little bit.
Disappointedly.
And this is not. She's the one that likes combat the least.
Right? Like, I'm the one who doesn't want to make a fuss about all this.
The 3 of us will just punch you in the face until you're unconscious. She'll actually talk to you.
I guess just go, like, punch their face in.
Gladly.
This guy just kind of like starts throwing this massive ball of sleet and snow at you. He just seems sick and tired of hearing all this stuff that you're saying.
Again, fair.
Oh no. That was a nat 20.
Ow.
On who?
Us.
It's each person gets an attack roll, and then it's a 1 damage roll for everybody, I think. Isn't it?
It's I
mean, you can see DMs,
yeah, I was allowing everyone to choose they want to roll multiple or just to choose one. And nat 20
fair.
kind of supersedes that.
Yeah, sure.
And everyone is now immobilized. Next, I'm gonna say you're not immobilized.
Slowed?
Yeah, I'll say if anything, you're slowed.
And we take 21 damage.
21 damages.
That's so many.
Did not expect a crit right out the gate. No, that's quite enough, he just says with a little bit of snark in his voice. Clearly, any cultists that you've encountered has been inferior cultists.
I mean, there was that one guy who couldn't even blow himself up, so that tracks.
Yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense, actually.
The meaty dude just kind of runs down the hallway and just... attempts to give Burl a very violent hug.
Yeah.
And you are dazed.
Alright. What does Daze do again?
You can only pick one
One
action.
action.
Movement, minor, or
Okay.
standard.
This guy targets Vivian because they are a little bit afraid of her. Does a 27 hit your fort?
Ha! My fort is
What I
19.
guess it does. You take 14 psychic damage.
So which cultist is the leader?
It's hard to say. They're wearing similar attire.
Fair.
Burl, it's your turn. A man made of meat just ran up to you and slapped you twice.
Most men are made of meat, to be fair.
Yeah,
It's
but
true.
not this literal.
How do I want to... I'm going to start growing spikes all along my body, and I'm going to use Armor of Agathis. So now I have some temp HP. And that's my turn. Oh, and I make a save. Sorry. There we go. Nope.
Oofed.
Vivian, please get back.
So which one Critus was at the top or the bottom?
It was the top one. I crit you.
Mm-hmm.
Egg.
I'm here.
Is your turn, friend?
He's
A man made of meat just ran up to your friend and slapped them. violently.
Well, first I'm going to be incredibly tough and end the slow effect on me. Then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to abandon you to the meat man.
Oh,
As I-
should I
as
make
I-
a separate save for the slow?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Oh no, slow lasts until the end of their turn, so you wouldn't save
Oh.
anyways. You would save. You
Also-
would save for the days.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, my thing is a special thing.
Oh,
I just say no to certain conditions.
glad I
Wanna
got that
teleport?
one out of the way.
Is that considered a
Hectic.
teleport?
That is
Yep.
a teleport.
Wow.
So apparently kind of stand on this person. Now that I do that, I use the top half to punch that one, which I think was the icy ball of death guy.
Mm-hmm.
Top one, yeah.
Ah, screw you, dice. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Ooh.
That was worth a
Much,
reroll.
much better.
Especially for
So,
that heavy of an encounter power.
Why did I hit normal for some reason? That's not what I meant to do.
Jeez!
Ooh,
So he takes 35 damage.
He gets pushed too.
Gets pushed 2, but
So just here then.
down 1, if you could. And then I'm going to headbutt the other guy for 6 damage. And slide him to the left 1 square. That will be my turn as I teleport over there, spin around, and slam my foot into his back and push him towards everybody else.
That's your turn? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna Ardent Surge myself. This many. Ooh, max.
That's a fair amount. That's a fair amount of many.
Mm-hmm. That's so many of many. Kind of. Sorry, just taking a quick moment because the board state changed. So this guy here is the one that didn't cast the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
I'm-
one closer to me is the one that casts Psychic Fang. The one farther from me is the one that casts the Ice Ball of Ow.
I'm just gonna War Song Strike at him. For that many. AC.
That hits. Yeah, that hits.
That many of damage. And anybody who punches him gets some free temp HP.
Yay.
And I have +1 to all defenses until my next turn. Because of the Ardent Heal.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, I'm gonna move up here. You know, I'm really getting tired of having to deal with you idiots so many times. I am assuming that hits the meat man.
That hits the meat man.
Ooh.
As Goroth grabs the flesh golem by its neck, lifts it up, and then just slams it right back down.
Nice.
And give me a second to double check. Actually, you know what? I'm also gonna hit it with a flurry of blows, as I then just lift it back up and slam it back down on the ground a second time to do 8 more damage.
Ooh.
It just flails about, angry. If, you know, it feels anything at all. This man aims at Egg. Right, so that's a long sword, not a long bow.
It's the longsword bow, yet again.
I mean, it would have to be a long sword to hit Egg from over there.
True.
That will hit.
Somehow, a blinding ray of light from your forehead causes him to miss, mostly, and as you're just simply grazed.
Oh no, I got a paper cut before we left.
Are you sure you know how to operate that?
This one shoots at Vivian.
Wait, did he move out of my melee range?
I forgot to get. Yeah, he did.
Oh my goodness! Does that many hit him?
Yep.
He takes that many of damage.
And then returns fire. Does a 22 beat your AC?
Of course it does. It actually, it matches my AC. Oh wait, no, I had +1 to all defenses. It misses!
Oh yeah, it does miss. Also, this guy's afraid of you, so you know.
Oh yeah, that.
So you had -3, so it would have been a 19.
Get wrecked.
Are we on Archer or Bowman? Okay, there we go.
This guy turns around and attempts to clock Vivian in the head with the space.
Understandable. 23. Yeah, that'll do. I accept.
As he continues, as you no longer are speaking, he starts talking again. Foolish girl, do you really think it's that simple to eliminate a cult? Just go here and there, kill a bunch of cultists.
I mean,
Really,
eventually.
it's not that simple.
I mean, eventually it'll work.
Again, not my choice.
And they are going to shift.
All I know is you look thoroughly punched.
When its turn begins, it takes that much damage.
It swings both arms around at Goroth. The 29 beat your AC.
Yeah.
It clubs at your side while you're holding it still. Or attempting to hold it still. This person is afraid of Vivian, so they take a swing at the monk.
No.
And they shift 1.
Well, this works out for me.
It is now Burl's turn.
Alrighty. Does that hit Mr. Meatman's AC?
It does. Mr. Meatman.
Meet me a man.
Oh my
Meat,
goodness.
meat, I'm a cheap.
I slide them one space upwards, and they take that much damage. And I will try again to make a save throw. Yay!
You are no longer dazed. Oh yeah, forgot though. Gorath, you are dazed.
Rude.
So I'm going to activate this half of my power. Because this is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. Pardon me, Vivian. Hi, guys. And that is the end of my movement, so they want to take attacks of opportunity upon me.
Oh, they can't. You haven't left the melee range.
Yeah, you haven't left melee range.
Yeah. Oh, I thought moving through this square provoked.
No, you have to move out of there.
I'm still used to 3.5
Yeah,
in that sense.
Yeah, if in like 4E and onwards, if you move next to them, it doesn't count. It's when you move away from them.
And then I'm going to kick this one as I do a spinning kick into his side. .24 versus Fort.
That hits.
For 18 damage.
You think you hear something crack in him as you kick him to the side, but he doesn't have a very he doesn't seem to really seem to care. He doesn't seem to be in pain for some reason.
Well, my follow is up as I attach my head to his forcefully. Do you care if he's adjacent to you, Vivian?
No.
And he is now bloodied.
Actually, in fact, move him there. Even
Yay,
better.
Flanking.
And Egg gets temp HP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm...
Oh, that's each creature, not each enemy. Haha, I'm not gonna use that one then.
I'll be fine, I'm sure.
I am going to shift 1 and yeah, I'm gonna chomp on this guy's eyes, deflect attention style. That is versus will.
That hits.
Ooh, a respectable 17 damages. And also, I'm invisible to him.
I can only imagine how panicked this guy is now.
I just fade out of existence to his eyes. It's beautiful.
He's already terrified.
Yeah? Good.
Alrighty. And now for another grappling strike on Mr. Meatman.
That hits.
And Goroth just reaches down, grabs it by the ankles, lifts it all the way up, and then slams it right back down. And as of that, I shall roll to try and end the dazed.
Yay.
Yep, that ends the dazed.
Yay!
Nah.
This person tries to stop you from bullying his friend. I'm gonna guess that definitely hits your AC.
Who?
Unleashes the arrow towards you. Does a whole 5 damage.
Who? Still don't know who.
Yeah, who was
Oh,
that
Vivian.
shot at?
Oh, hi. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you never told us who they were targeting.
I do it.
Like, you said stop you from bullying their friends. Like, who are you talking about?
That's
The monk that's
literally
bullying the mage? Vivian who's bullying the archer? Or Goroth who's now bullying Meatman?
I'm gonna make this guy make a
Meatman.
saving throw just for beginning. Wait, no. Make him roll will. There we go. Just base will. Yeah, he manages to keep together. Tries the longbow. Tries the longbow at you, Vivian. -3.
Nope.
That does not hit.
-3. Also, does that hit him?
It does.
Cool. He takes that many for making a range attack at targeting me while inside my melee range.
And is panicked, you see.
Oh yeah.
I thought that top archer couldn't see Vivian right now.
Oh wait, that's right. They can't.
Oh well.
Oops.
Then they would have shot at probably me and missed still.
And I still would have taken the free strike.
Yeah,
So,
it
nothing
wouldn't change
changes.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Does 27 beat your AC?
What?
Oh, sorry. Does a 22 beat your AC? Sorry.
No.
Okay. No, it missed. Yeah.
I volunteered because I knew it would still miss.
To be honest, if it's AC based, if it misses Vivian, it misses all of us.
I think Burrow has not a very good AC right now.
Oh,
Person
there.
tries to maneuver a little bit and tries to club you on the head with a mace.
Oh.
It's a very shiny target. Very blinding too.
It just glances off my thick skull.
He just whiffs.
wait.
You couldn't see. It was too bright, too shiny.
I like this. It's just Mrs. Vivian. Vivian was able to move away from it. Mrs. Goroth, he just shrugs it off. Mrs. Egg, and it's just bald, my eyes.
By the way, I slide him back to where he was before.
When you slit him?
Yes, my last attack lets me slide someone that ends their turn adjacent to me up to 3 squares.
Oh,
As
okay.
long as they end adjacent to me. I also broke Forge accidentally, and I'm in the middle of fixing it.
The flesh golem attempts to slam you from the side again. To attempt to do something to get out of your grasp.
You see, I just see the two of them having, like, a manly fist fight. They're just having one of those fist fights that neither of them really defends.
As two meaty club-like fists slam down against your side.
I'm just gonna say no. Goroth just raises his arms and just lets go for a moment, and just raises his arms to just block the hit with his bracers.
But
Meatman looks very confused.
defense? You flinched first, Goroth.
So guys, want to take a shift back? Lobs like this weird, sickly-looking tendril into your head. Oh, I guess a 17 does not beat you for it.
No, my fort is 19.
Ah,
It too deflects off my thick skull, but in a different meaning.
Burl, it is your turn.
Do you have this handled, Goroth?
Yes, I'm good. You head over and help with the others.
Question, is Meatman bloody?
No, they are not bloodied.
No, I
Okay.
mean, are they covered in blood?
I got what you're saying.
They are physically covered in blood, yes.
Okay. I'm going to congeal the blood that is on my fists from hitting him and attempt to slam into the cultist archmage. Let's see. Plus 12. Oh, I'm also going to curse him first. Does a 23 hit his AC?
It beats his AC.
Alright. He takes this much damage as I slam him in the stomach.
He falls to the ground, then calmly gets back up.
Oh, that's the end of my turn. Now it egg turn.
Yeah, just having
Mhm.
I too am going to attempt to hit things with my brain, but also my fist. My brain fist.
The fist inside your brain?
Now I'm just imagining inside Egg's head where his brain is supposed to be is just an extra fist.
It would explain a lot. Does a 28 hit their will?
Yes,
That is-
it does.
Snake eyes. And then an additional 6, because why not? And I'm not sliding him at all.
I'm guessing you're hitting the one north of you.
Yeah, it's the only one I can hit. I don't have reach at this moment. And I'm just clicking that to make it be spent. So I don't confuse myself later. It's not actually getting used. And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, so. Neither of you hit with your. I guess Egg does. Egg! Punch that man's.
Oh, I am much better at punching that man's this time around than last time.
Yes! Do them a punch.
Because I can do this. Do I get any bonuses from yours or just punch?
No, you get flanking bonuses, and you should be using Dex for unarmed.
Nope.
What?
Nope. I've checked too. I think we had this comment last time I tried. It's apparently silly like that and only strong. But I get +4 to this right now, so it's not so bad. Now, normally it's not so bad. I assume a 19 does not hit his AC.
Does not hit his AC.
Alright, well, we're gonna have you try again. Just give me 1 second here. Does that hit its the target's reflex?
It does, actually.
Cool. It takes that many damage, and Egg, reroll your strike. It has -4 defenses. So you better hit. Ugh.
I mean, it's -4 AC, so it could still hit.
Yeah, it still hits.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
Deal an extra D8.
No,
And it
one
has
D8.
vulnerability 7 until the end of my next turn.
So how do you want to do this?
Oh.
As you beat this
It
man
has
to a pulp?
It does vulnerability 7, except he cannot take any more damage.
Vivian yells at me that you should just punch him in the back of the head. So I do so. The only problem is I kind of punch him through the back of the head.
These things happen.
He only has -4 health. He's not that badly damaged.
That's fair. That's fair.
I only crushed his skull a little bit.
Alright, I'm going to use an inspiring fortitude, which allows me to use my second wind. And every ally within 5 spaces of me, which is every single one of them,
Right.
gets 14 temp HP.
Whoa.
Baller.
And since I'm dazed, that's all I can do right now other than the save.
You saved! Yay!
Yay.
Archer shoots at Vivian still.
Why though?
You're bullying his friend.
Yeah. But his friends suck, so it's okay to bully them. I'm so sorry.
Ow. He took emotional damage and rolled a 1. He just couldn't help. He just couldn't fire that arrow. He knew it was true deep down inside. This guy now aims at the new tree target that has appeared before him. He first make you roll a saving throw. Yeah, that's not very good. Actually, he doesn't shoot at anyone. He just kind of curls up into a little ball because of how terrified he is.
Oh, so I returned with damage.
Savage.
Moving along.
It's that dead guy's turn.
Hooray!
It does a double slam. Still angry that it can't get free from your grasp. Not that it's tried, it's just been tantruming the entire time. This time dealing a whopping 12 damage to you. As 2 of its tantruming fists start slamming into your side. Like a very, very large baby. Very large baby. Like, this thing's twice the size of you, actually, probably. Goroth?
Yes?
Oh, did you take damage already?
Yeah, I had 14 temp HP, so I still have 2 of
Oh,
it
okay.
left.
I just didn't see the numbers. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it's hard to tell because even with the temp HP, the little heart from using my second wind is still in the way.
He is attacking everything.
Hooray!
Including his friend on the ground, probably. Yeah, he is. I'm gonna guess a 30 hits everyone.
Yes.
I guess.
That feat isn't into character builder, so I'll have to add it.
And you are now all immobilized. The end of the cultist's next turn.
Ah.
But on the plus side, that didn't do anywhere near as much as it would have done if it wasn't for the temp HP.
Yes.
It is your turn now, Burl.
Oh, this is my turn.
You're immobilized.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Good thing I have ranged options now. Ah. Does that hit this fellow's fortitude?
It does.
Alrighty. Oh, also, I cursed this guy up here because he's the closest to me. And I have no other choice. But I'm still aiming at this guy down here.
I mean, he's a non-combatant now, so...
Oh, okay. $13 damage.
We. I'm going to use this power. To hit these squares. Does a 25 hit his reflex?
It does.
For 10 damage. And that will be the end of my turn, because I can't do anything else. Yeah, they are not within Flurry of Blows range.
So this guy here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the roll and see how I want to flavor it first, okay?
Okay.
Kneel for me and close your eyes and just wait.
Oh my god.
Hi, Soul.
Hi.
Soul getting caught in the crossfire over here.
Soul,
This
please
man,
get off your knees.
Soul, you can sit down again. It's okay.
This man not only does get on his knees, but he fully prostrates and is just like mumbling something underneath his breath.
Okay. Excellent. Let me see. I can. Oh, I only get the shift on the augment, which I already used. Dang. Yeah, I'm just gonna... You guys don't need heals, you're fine. I'm just gonna pass turn. You're good. I don't get temp HP for that. Ooh, nice.
And now for another round of just attack the meat man.
Naturally, naturally.
And Goroth once again just lifts him up and slams him right back down onto the ground. And then I roll for another day's save. And done.
Meat ban, not fuel meat good. Cultist Archer is feeling very confused right now. So
I
they're
imagine
just
the
gonna
other one is
shoot at
too.
the big tree.
Sorry.
I'll be surprised if that cultist
With
didn't
18
discover something new
AC.
about themselves.
Oh, so that's why I joined a cult.
Well, now they can join the cult of personality.
I'm not evil. I just like being dominated. Dang. Well, I think he'll find some new, healthier ways of expressing himself.
Mhm.
Flesh Golem attacks him more with more double slams. Does that hit your AC?
That meets my AC exactly.
And that does 14 damages. This man unlocks the door and opens the door. Then shoots at Egg in retaliation for being picked from a long distance. I assume that misses your fort.
Yes.
And they run down, but they don't have an action to open the door.
Dun dun dun. I got this one.
We are no longer immobilized.
You are no longer immobilized.
Okay. I'm going to curse them. Does that beat their AC?
It does not beat their. Oh wait, hang on. It does. It does beat their AC actually.
All right. They take that much damage, and I slide them up one space.
Nice.
Oh, and they are bloodied.
Okay, I gain some temp HP.
Do you think you can handle the other archer? Vivian?
Oh, probably?
Okay. Then I'm going to attack cultist mage person. Does a 24 hit their fort?
It does.
I was worried for a moment there that it was a 1. For 13 damage. And then 6 damage, and I also move them up 1 square. That is my turn.
So Vivian, as you approach them, he already has his bow up in his hands, and his other hand is nowhere near the drawstring, and he just kind of mouths, "No, ma'am."
He's sitting there like, one mage is fleeing for his life, one mage is dead, the other archer is too afraid to touch you, and the meat man is just getting slammed around like a slinky.
I'm just gonna snap my fingers and let Gorath make another strike.
Yay.
Wait, oh, I have to hit it first. Is the other one? I'm using this one, not the other one.
Ba 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 ba. Blah.
That versus Will.
Against
Meaty boy.
it saves actually.
Okay. That's me. I don't need to do anything else.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to use... Yeah, I think I'm going to use this.
The punches.
That does not beat AC.
I am going to reroll that then.
That also does not beat AC.
Thank goodness I had 2 action points from last time. Reroll attempt again.
I'll let
That's
this one
more
pass,
like it.
but generally you can only use one action point for a reroll, I believe. I don't think you can keep action pointing the same reroll, but I'll let this one pass.
Oh,
D-
okay.
Technically, you can't re-roll at all with an action point.
I thought you could.
It's a house rule that most DMs do. It's one of those things that you technically can't do, but everyone does it.
Okay. And I am Goroth is just going to, instead of grabbing him and slamming him this time, will just reel back and smash it right across the face as hard as he can.
Yeah, it's mainly because it does make certain keywords kind of less useful.
Well, you don't have that many action points.
Yeah.
And now time for that save again. Nope, didn't make it this time.
Meat Man
Meaty
has
Man
a
did not like what you just did. Meaty Man just starts slamming you again.
Slam. Welcome to the jam. He's trying to turn you into.
This man starts running downwards. And I'm going to process that attack of opportunity.
Does a 21 hit his AC?
Does not, actually.
Not very good of attacks of opportunity.
Opens the door. Walks in. Then attempts to brain blast you.
Which you?
Monk man.
Egg.
Egg, yes.
That will hit this time.
Snake Eye.
That's enough to bloody me.
Also, I'm pretty sure they triggered an attack of opportunity from Burl too.
Oh, yeah, they
Oh,
would
they
have.
did, yeah.
After they open the door, unfortunately, but yeah.
These aren't necessarily hostile.
That does not hit.
Nope, that does not hit. And he just hisses at the kobolds. Help me! As the kobolds all just turn around in surprise as they enter the room.
I don't suggest it. We will free you in a moment. Even if you have the funny symbols.
They kind of look at you and look at the other guy, and the kobold asks, "Why help you? You're kind of a dick." And he just responds, "If you don't help me, once I'm done with these, you're next."
By the way, he's the only one left out of that room. Besides the screaming lady.
You want to roll diplomacy for that because you're not lying.
$18.
Oh yeah, they believe you. Yeah, Kobold starts stabbing at him.
Yeah, impromptu allies.
But they miss.
Mood.
But hey, Burl wanted to. I think I get flanking bonuses.
It's true.
Or I could get flanking bonuses.
Also true.
I'll flank your bonus.
What does that even mean?
Oh.
Now we can both get flanking bonuses.
It's true. Sometimes you just gotta have it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's her turn, by the way, Burl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Even the kobolds can roll better initiative than we can.
Are the kobolds killing him? No. But are they trying their best? Also no.
They're trying.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Wow, a wild Tessie. Hey. And hey, Saki, and all of you beautiful beings.
There we go.
Ooh, that's a good hit.
A palpable hit.
That much damage.
Knock him out, knock him out, knock him out.
He not looking too good. Watch the kobolds knock him out.
No, it's my turn first. I will to kick him.
Yeah, that hits.
With 13 damage. Is he still up?
He's still up.
Then I headbutt him for 6.
That's exactly as much as you needed to knock him out.
Yay!
I implant my foot into his back, spin him around by the shoulder, look him in the eye, and then just headbutt him in the forehead and drop him.
Nice.
Yeah.
And as he falls over, meat slides off of the flesh golem.
Oh no, it's a
And it
skeleton
starts
all
to
along.
roar. And then it starts to attack. Goroth some more.
Ah, the Anki.
Now you gotta. Now you could probably beat this thing up before it kills Goroth.
Oh, I forgot to end my turn. Because technically it's Vivian's turn. Why did it get to Berserk?
I'm guessing because its controller is unconscious.
Because it makes the attack when it's bloodied.
Damaged by an attack while bloodied.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because it lost a
Fuck
whole
you.
bunch of HP.
Okay.
Buck, you can heal now. D6 plus 6 plus a surge. And then you can Ire Strike him if you want. Hit him. Hit him.
Are you muted,
Back.
Buck?
Oh,
Hooray!
sorry. Yuck. I did not hit him.
Why not?
Because bad roll. I shall try to remedy that.
No, I didn't want to actually move.
Hooray!
And yeah, just going to smash into him by just reeling back and punching him as hard as I can again.
And immediate reactions go off on every round, right? Or every turn, right?
Yep. So
It's-
each person could punch him, and then get punched back.
No, because you only get one reaction per round. But yes, every round. It's basically using his opportunity action to do that, right?
Okay. Yeah, that he can't do that. No.
Dang it.
Oh, yeah, one per round. And I guess you spend a healing surge.
The kobolds go back to doing what they were doing, actually.
We will have to go deal with some form of meaty boy.
Flesh Golem continues his attack on Goroth as predicted. Earl, your turn.
Ah. Reached 5. Okay. Does that hit this thing's will?
It does.
Alrighty. Asher. That is not Oh, I'm also going to curse it. That much damage.
It does a berserk attack.
This thing is a menace.
Against?
Ow.
Oh, against Goroth.
Ow.
For 21 damages.
Boop.
Oh, and grants combat advantage, I believe. Yep. Grants combat advantage and is slowed. Until the end of my next turn.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Monk, do monk things.
I'm gonna go do monk thing.
Woo!
I move there. I prepare to do monk thing. But first, I do less dead.
Yeah, do that too.
Being less dead is important.
Again, I am out of heals. So, like, don't die or whatever.
Oh, there. I'm less likely to die now.
Alright.
And I attempt to kick it. Oh yeah, I have combat advantage. Yay! Does the 28 hit its fortitude?
It does not, actually.
What? Okay.
It's the one stat it has really high of.
Well, I'm Fubard. I also want to use it daily on this one last guy. But I guess that's the end of my turn for now.
Does this many something something, it's something?
It's something, it's everything.
Cool. He slides down one, and Goroth gets to punch it in the hecking face. With combat advantage.
Double combat advantage. If only that was a thing.
Well, no, combat advantage is from the flank.
Oh yeah, but Beryl is also granted combat advantage from warlocking.
Yeah, but now it has more.
So does Goroth get to just to whack it then?
Yeah, hit it. And if you hit it, it gets vulnerable too until the end of my next turn.
Cur punch. That's not a cur punch. Oh where has our dice lick gone? Oh where can it be?
Well, it's your turn now. Now you can make another attack. Without my help.
You also may be muted again.
Question. If something is target one creature and then one creature besides primary target, but there's nothing else to target, Can I just use both attacks on the same thing?
No.
No, but you can still use
No.
the first if you want to.
I mean, there's not really any point in using it because it's just a normal attack damage.
Then, yeah, it's specifically about hitting something twice. Or hitting 2 things. Yay, a dice that could do something.
And now for a save. Yay, I did it. I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
after these messages.
We'll be right back.
I'm sure we do not hear any skulls to flesh sounds in the other room. Or pick to flesh sounds.
Oh god, the cult is just being murdered.
Oh, do the kobolds do anything?
They do not. But he kind of left at a bad time.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Back, we missed you.
So after you did that to the flesh golem, something inside of it seems to have ripped and torn, and it stopped working.
Let us punch it until it does no longer have a chance of working.
Okay, you punch it for 1 billion damage.
Yeah.
Now the room is still not silent, as there is a woman in the center of it screaming.
Now, how do we get you out of this? Vivian, we need your expertise.
I am going to come over here, whip the crystal, and yank it so that it is misaligns and it's not targeting her. I can roll Arcana first to see if I think it's a good idea or if that'll end up being a murder.
You can roll Arcana first.
Have I worked with these enough to call it streetwise?
No, you would not have.
It's probably fine.
You don't think it would kill her?
Hey, do you know how to turn these things off?
No.
Are these positive crystals?
They appear to be positive crystals.
At the moment.
I'm going to grab and pull the one I am standing beside to attempt to move it.
They seem to be firmly anchored in place.
Gora smash?
I can try.
I know we do not have a great history with being able to smash these things. Is there a way we can unhook them or something?
They don't seem to be hooked in any normal fashion. They seem to be just simply resting on top of the edifices that they are on top of.
Maybe these glyphs?
I simply pull the crystal out.
The crystal resists you pulling it out.
I thought you said it's just resting on the...
Yep, it's just resting on there, but they won't move, is the thing.
Okay.
Do you think we should pull out the person?
that, but don't look at me. Bugger if I know.
Fine, I'll roll Arcana. I think it's a
Pulling out
freaking...
seemed like a great idea.
I'm gonna start pulling her out.
I'll roll Arcana on that idea as well.
Pulling out is a terrible idea.
Please don't do that, friend.
But why? Great idea.
I don't think it is.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
And while you do this, as you grabbed her and pulled her up a little bit, you'll notice that there is a few glowing runes underneath her. Well, some of those started fritzing out when you pulled on her, and the energy coming from off the crystal is starting to arc a little bit.
Do we put something in between the energy thing? Like, I don't know.
Put my
Like,
hand between the crystal and her.
Ooh. A monk might actually be able to pull that off.
You gain 10 HP.
Real HP or temporary?
Real HP.
Oh no,
Get
Jade is
another
getting
10
another
HP.
hit of the drugs.
Oh,
Get
I'm
another 10 HP.
Well, let me put it any higher.
Gain 10 temporary HP. Yeah,
Well-
as long as you're doing these, you're gonna just keep gaining temporary HP till it gets really, really dangerous.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just gonna go up and wash my hands in the crystal to top myself off.
I might have an idea.
Egg's not fair, smart. Someone please stop him soon.
Egg, please pull your hand out of that.
Goroth, go clean yourself up on the crystals.
That's something I was going to talk to you about.
What?
Speed Egg returns.
This woman seems to be overloading. Seems to be getting overloaded.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can break the connection, perhaps you'll be able to get her without triggering the rooms under her. I need you to get ready to grab her as I block both sides with each hand.
Yeah, okay.
At this point, Egg literally is running up walls.
Based
Is
on my
there-
previous roll, is that a terrible idea? Or do I
It's a
need to
terrible
roll again?
idea.
Please don't. We need to find some way to defuse this mechanism.
Egg! Go sprint down
What?
to the kobolds and ask if they have an answer, and then sprint back here like 3 times.
Hey, do you guys know how to turn this thing off?
No. It
Okay,
makes the lady scream.
they don't know either.
I'd like to examine these runes down here and see if I can find any way of controlling this thing from there.
How are you trying this?
I'm trying to study the runes and see if there's any way of controlling it.
Well, the runes on the 2 pedestals correlate one for one, just mirrored.
That's all. Can I tell anything about them?
Let me see. Give me another Arcana check. So you notice as you move around on what seems to be a deactivated panel, there is a bit of a buzzing feeling underneath your hand, or whatever appendage that is touching the pedestal. And whenever you hover over one of the pedestals, the rune seems to light up brighter.
Alright. Well, experimenting with it feels like asking for trouble.
And
I go down and... Oh, God.
during this time, the power arcing starts to get a little worse as the runes on the ground start to destabilize some more. What are we going down to do?
I was going to go down there and grab the unconscious cultist, bring him up here, and then heal him enough that he returns to consciousness.
Okay.
And ask him how we turn it off. Make no mistake, I will kill you if you don't help us.
I'm gonna go check on, I'm gonna go check on the bottoms.
So he is back up and conscious. He just looks at you with, like, disdain. That's the thing, you don't turn them off.
Why would you make it like that?
We didn't design it like that. It's just how it was made to be designed. It's just how it has to be.
Well, let me tell you what has to be right now. Either you're going to give us your best guess how to turn it off, or I am going to put her in your place.
I mean, that's what happens is you generally just use one of them up and then you put a new one there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it don't work with anyone else but her, though.
What do they do with other people?
Kind of just evaporate.
Oh. That sucks. Well. I'm going to push him in there. I have a power that lets me push him in there.
He
Wait.
he just looks at you and just like, one, that's not going to solve anything. Two, you're not going to be able to get her out of the way.
I'm just pushing him forward towards until his back is touching her front.
He has just kind of a very whatever expression on his face.
Let's see what happens.
She's like flush with the cross, so you can't actually like push him further into the beam.
How
have
sturdy
an
does that
idea.
cross look?
It looks pretty sturdy.
Well, we have 2 of these cultist guys. We could put one on either side of the beam. Better than Gorath's hands. No? No one? Okay.
Do I know that if
Oh.
Do I think that teleporting her out of there would be a good idea?
Let me think. I'm gonna flip coin.
Hey, did we bring any black crystal with us?
Yeah, a little one.
How big do the explosions think the explosion would be?
I mean, it'd
So-
probably kill her.
Teleporting her out of there would likely do one of 2 things. A, have that thing go into a feedback loop and shut down, or 2, go into a feedback loop and explode, which would kill you and everyone here.
Hmm. Do I have any idea how big the explosion would be?
You have no idea how big the explosion would be.
Great. Lovely. I love that. May as well try your idea. Mine is too risky.
Wait,
You
which
strapped to
idea
the
is that?
cultist.
Using the cultist to block the beam.
Oh.
You're allowed to do it if you want to.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, we're kind of out of. The options we seem to have are let it just pan out until it ends, or attempt to get them out and kill them.
Also, we lost a buck.
Rip.
We shall wait till Buckreef returns. How long has Buck been gone, actually?
He got disconnected like a minute ago.
Yeah.
Still shows him as online.
It just showed him like go offline for me.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It shows him back online.
Eh? Eh?
Buck's back. Yay.
Welcome back, Buck.
Hello.
So what was the last thing you heard?
You just saying if that's what you want.
Meow.
So if you want, you can strap them to the crystals.
So is that what everybody is deciding we want to do?
It still feels like a bad idea. Is there anything about the pedestal that these crystals are resting on?
Is there anything about them, or is there like what are you asking?
Like, does there appear to be any like magical mechanism to them holding the crystals in place, or is it just a mundane pedestal?
It doesn't look like there's anything magical about it, but that's just its outward looks. It's got to be something magical about it because it's holding the crystals in a certain way.
I'll try and destroy one of the pedestals. Oh, actually, if I teleported her and replaced her with someone else, like I swapped two people's positions, do I still think that would have the same chance at causing this to blow up?
It would give you more time to run away if it was going to blow up.
Sounds good enough for me. I'm gonna go tell the kobolds to, maybe evacuate.
And you were going to talk with the bottoms?
Yee. Mostly just see if they're okay and see if they're willing to leave behind the cult and move on. You know.
Proper aftercare.
Exactly. It's important.
So it's the same old story as like everyone else you hear that joins a cult. They were young and stupid and thought that, the cult could bring them happiness. When really it was
Yeah.
archery that brought them happiness.
You know how this goes. Blah blah blah. Join us in the town name, new life, etc. etc.
And that's just kind of what they sold them, was the new life, a better life.
Mm-hmm.
And now they got punched by people.
Actually, one of them's got through without being harmed at all. It's a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we never did touch that archer.
So yeah, you tell the kobolds that you should evacuate. That they should probably evacuate. The dragonborn there looks at you. He's like, "Who are you people?"
We are adventurers from the town of Everdale.
I have not heard of ever there.
If you owe no loyalty to the cult, it may be worth a visit. They may have use for your talents.
I am a smith by trade.
You could certainly use one of those.
I don't know if you have space for myself and my friends, but I would be appreciative if you did.
Well, we are building a town. They will gladly build a building probably to your exact specs, especially with your skill set.
And he nods and thanks you. Then quickly gathers his kobolds and they leave.
You should probably tell your bottoms to leave as well.
Speaking of all of bottoms, what about all the unconscious people?
What about them?
Okay.
They go over and close the door.
I'm sure that'll help.
Goroth is going to run to the room where we put them all, and he is just going to start carrying them out.
Uh-huh.
I guess egg will help. But
Pearl
only
will
Maggie.
help as well. Vivian, please keep an eye on this fella.
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna keep an eye on the others.
So we take like 10 minutes and haul everybody to outside. I recruit the two archers for it too.
So yeah, so the archers move out as well. You move everyone else out. And what are you gonna do? Are you keeping any of the bosses, or are you putting them?
I know. Let's put the meat puppet in there.
Well, that might not be a bad idea. Who knows?
I'm going to use Elder Constellation to swap the positions of the meat construct and the one lady. She will take a little bit of damage from it.
She probably has enough temp health to take it.
She's probably
Yeah.
a few thousand.
So, you know when you have a microwave settings way too high, and you and you immediately know you need to turn off the microwave because the bag of popcorn is like expanding very rapidly.
What's wrong
Mhm.
with your microwave? What?
That's happening. That's happening to the bag of the corpse right now.
No. What's wrong with your microwave bucket?
Have you never seen overtuned microwaves?
No,
I
I
have not.
haven't.
I haven't had a microwave that lets me put in different settings of temperature.
There
Why
are
would that
YouTube
one let you
channels.
turn it down?
There are YouTube channels that would overtune all sorts of things, washing machines, microwaves, and they
Did you
made this.
overclock your microwave?
I did not. No, I'm talking about a video. I'm not talking about real life. I mean, it happened in real life, or it happened in a video, but I did not do it.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'm sure Bucket didn't run like microwavecam.com or something.
But
We
no,
should probably leave.
He's bloating like a peep.
Immediate
That's a
leaving.
horrible image.
Apologies, ma'am, but I think this might be the better manner of things. And Goroth just immediately picks her up and starts booking it towards the exit.
I believe she is currently
Oh.
unconscious.
I'm going to quickly slam doors behind us. Just in case it helps a little bit.
As you run past the armory full of beautiful, beautiful, enchanted magical weaponry.
I didn't hear anything
Ah,
about
crap.
that, so I guess it doesn't exist.
No loss for Goroth.
I'm kidding. It's pretty standard wear.
And then we get over here and find out there's no actual exit. Everybody's just piled up in this room.
Hooray!
The exit was gone all along.
And then we left Vivian behind.
Oh,
I'm
no.
lying down next to my dog and petting her, so my model's not going to be doing anything about it.
Okay. Are you having a good time?
Yeah,
Good.
Rub your face all over that dog.
I shall.
I'm out
So
of
you
tradition.
get to what appears to be a safe distance. I'd say like maybe a few 100 feet away, where you have everyone stacked up, and there is a loud rumble. Then what sounds like a few loud pops, and then a really loud explosion, and a really bright white flash.
The
Ooh,
end.
pretty.
And where
suddenly
there used to be dirt and trees and something that looked like a building, yeah, it's gone.
Nope. Did we bring a cart?
We kind of just teleported here.
Darn.
Now, what do we do with all these unconscious cult members?
Well, I assume we will tie them up by their hands chained together and escort them back. Or something.
Might as
You
well.
could probably do that. I mean, I'm sure you have rope.
I do have my adventurer's kit somewhere.
Yeah, I still got 50 feet of rope.
Still have 2 sun rods that I keep forgetting about.
I also have iron manacles.
Handy.
Do you have like 20 of them?
No, just one.
They'll have to share.
Yeah, well, we will get to tying them up while we wait for them to wake up.
It doesn't take that long for them to wake up. Only about like maybe an hour before all of them are awake, and they're just kind of muttering to each other and talking to one another.
Well, it is time to go back to town.
What are you doing with the bosses?
They're also tied up, but probably also gagged.
Not gonna lie, my initial idea I was just going to teleport the one conscious dude to that spot, but then someone suggested using Meat Man.
Meat Man. With the
He died as
installation
he
of meat.
lived. Meatily.
He became truly full of meat. No man could be more meaty than he.
He was the meat he wanted to see in the world.
But as soon as everyone is able to walk, I believe you are wanting to head back to Everthere.
I mean,
Yeah.
we just walk and show up wherever we show up, right? We teleported here before, so
Yeah. But basically that. We expect to get to Everthere, we just don't know for sure.
So you show up with Everthere with about like 20-something cultists, four kobolds, and like one dragonborn who is just taking in the sights of Everthere.
I assume we hand over the cultist to the town guard.
They're a little confused why you gave them a bunch of cultists, but they say thank you.
Well, some of them could be useful, like you guys were.
Question them thoroughly, see what they know, and if they truly believe in the idiocy that their cult spread. If not, see if they can be trusted to become members of the town. If, however, they are die-hard fanatics, well, do with them what you must. And Goroth is also going to just carry the unconscious woman that was stuck in the thing to the healer's tent, wherever that is.
It's the bigger building now. It's now just a hospital of sorts.
What if we just
Yeah.
fed her to the dragon? She's basically a crystal now.
that's so true.
Trinity doesn't get to play because you fed her character the dragon.
Oh,
Do it! Feed it to the dragon!
See, I kind of figured that was Trinity's character.
I had no idea.
But yeah, Buck, your guards agree with what you want to do. They start setting up a bunch of tents essentially to interview and kind of ask some rather probing questions. What's everyone else doing?
I went to the mayor.
But yeah, Goroth, you do also drop off the woman at the healer's hut, who looks at her and just wonders what the hell could have made these wounds.
Well, the problem is she's had too much healing.
She seemed
She's
to
too
have.
healthy.
She seemed to have been overflooded with energy from those crystals like the ones that we found under the town. I'd suggest, if anything, talk to Granny and Nemel if you need help trying to figure this out.
The healer nods their head and says, I understand.
What's the mayor's name?
Mayor.
Shit.
Dro, why?
It's been so long since we referred to him as anything other than mayor.
Yes, Mayor. No, Mayor.
I don't think Goroth's ever referred to him as anything. He just walks in there and gets his attention and then just carries on the conversation.
Hello, Mayor Dro.
Oh, hello.
We return from another adventure.
I
This one-
see.
This one with hopefully a positive result.
You, seem to have made it here in record time for your usual endeavors.
Yes. We found a small cultist stronghold where they were converting crystals. We beat them all up and brought most of them back here to be questioned and see if any of them are trustworthy enough to not simply be jailed or otherwise taken care of. But we also found a blacksmith who is willing to work for the town.
I see. That's good news.
Yes. I simply wanted to keep you informed.
Hawk has been providing what he can for the town with his meager skills, but an actual blacksmith would be a boon for this town.
Yes, the ability to make and repair tools is always a great boon. Weaponry does not even come to Egg's mind for this. But that is all I have of note. So I will hopefully see you again next time with, again, positive news.
Oh, of course. I am glad your endeavors were successful.
Yes. Have a good day, Your Honor.
He kind of looks confused with the Your Honor part, but lets it go.
It's a respectful title for a mayor.
Careful, he might like it.
He doesn't get a lot of respect. A little bit won't hurt him. I assume Vivian's like 3 coffees in already.
Oh yeah, for sure. Vivian's just kind of reserved and having a few drinks. Not really small talking. By drinks, of course, I do mean coffee. Vivian is straight edge. But a good bartender knows when not to pry.
He just hands you the bottle of Dwarven Cream. Which is Irish cream, but Dwarven.
Isn't that a liquor?
Yes. Usually used, you can put it in many coffees as a replacement for cream to liquor it up a little bit.
Vivian is straight edge.
Black is sin.
So Gorbatch is just quietly serving up coffees for Vivian.
What is on the menu today, good sir?
Well, we have some rabbits with fresh crusts of bread.
Excellent. I will have some.
Could I take some bread?
He serves you bread. Kind of looks at you. Just bread?
Just bread.
Just bread. Serves you a loaf of bread.
I just sort of crush it between my stone jaws.
I eat the bunny.
Bunny is consumed.
I leave a gold coin on the counter.
He gives you a graceful smile.
Mainly because I forgot to bring any silver pieces. We're adventurers. We can afford to tip.
It's a medieval culture. They pay people well enough that tipping you don't need a tip.
Well, then I just don't ask for change.
Alright, so... that was a thing.
Yes. Very strange. Glad it is gone, though.
Yes, but who knows if that's the only place they had like that.
True. But people that can absorb positive energy like that, it's probably not that common.
Possibly not, but they seem to be more than willing to kill others to try.
True.
And the worst part is... As far as I can tell, we didn't get anything out of that other than just realizing just how much worse things are around here.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian,
They were right, you know.
I have to ask. Would you have actually made a deal with those cultists?
Vivian just stares at the table. Probably not. But they were right. All we're doing is going around from cultist encampment, and we're not actually changing anything. We are being forced to just go from place to place. And what? For what? What's the point of any of this? We're not actually stopping the cultists. We're, if anything, just invading them. And we don't have any control over it. We are still simply being puppeted by some force that does not wish us well. No, I don't think if push comes to shove that I would have actually made a pact with them or whatever it would be called, but...
No,
I'd be lying
you're
if I didn't see
desperate.
I'd be lying if I didn't say the temptation was there.
I would like to point out that the force that they work for is most likely the other side that actually wishes us ill.
Mm-hmm. Well, they both wish us ill. One demands subservience, the other demands death. I've heard
I
many
don't
people
think
say it's better to be better to die than live a slave.
that's. Don't try that. It's not fun.
Yeah.
It is better to live than to die a slave.
I will be honest. I don't see how, but this teleporting around tends to read our intentions, and again, I don't know if it helped at all or if this is what it truly went by, but my intention was to help get you to Aurum, Vivian. Instead, I ended up there. And that's when I sent Ig back to get you too.
It's never read my intentions a single time. I don't think it does. And if it does, not in a way that it matters. Not in a way that actually gives us free will.
I don't know what kind of thought even goes into this. Vivian and I ended up in a field in the middle of nowhere. Quite a pleasant field, but...
Yeah. If that's what they define as an apology, then... exercise equipment in a prison yard, I guess.
Well, with any luck, maybe when they recover, that woman they put in that device might have some idea of what's going on. I doubt it, but perhaps a glimmer of hope. After all, as much as I've regretted having to deal with this situation, one that has multiple times tempted me to go back to my old ways. Meeting you and Burl has helped me get over it a little bit. And if it didn't happen, who knows how long me and Egg would have been walking before he finally broke through to me on his own.
Oh, I figure I probably would have annoyed you into punching me within the week. Little scuffle. See what happens after that.
But in any case, I know it may not mean much because of our situation, but I do vow to stay by the three of you until we find a way out of this mess. And I will do everything in my power to try and fix this.
If we get out of
I
this,
intend to do the same.
If we get out of this, I can give you a good life. I have connections in places where you will be used for your talents, and not for any sinister purpose.
That would be very greatly appreciated. Thank you.
It's the least and most I can do.
People employ leg breakers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Anything from training guards all the way down to being a bouncer.
I am pretty bouncy.
That's true. Especially if you have another one of these gnomish blends.
Those just put me to sleep.
Well, in any case, I am not really one for brewed beverages, and after today, I think I will. After the trouble I seem to have got us into, I think I'm going to get some rest. I will see you all later.
Gorath, you didn't get us into any trouble. Do not trick yourself into thinking that this is your fault. You didn't teleport us anywhere. Don't fall into that mistake. People fall into that trap all the time, blaming themselves for things that are other people's fault. Because blaming yourself is one level of agency that you can actually take to say that you have some control over the situation, and by blaming yourself for it. Don't do that, because it's not true. You're in this situation, and because you're stuck in this situation for the rest of us. You didn't do anything wrong, and you shouldn't blame yourself for it.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. He would give a respectful nod and then starts heading out before heading back to the house.
Even though I'm in tip-top shape, I feel mentally exhausted by the events of today. Mhm.
Well,
Bah. But as you enter the house, there is no one there for a change. Um, it seems to be in between the times either Tilly or Walter would be there to take care of the house.
I suppose I'll have to keep this time of day in mind. And he just wanders up and to his room.
Asher. Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna go get some rest myself.
Alright. Enjoy. Asher.
As time passes by, and it starts to roll into evening, Tilly and Walter enter the house and start preparing dinner and start organizing a few things for you guys and just cleaning up in general. It's also getting to hours o'clock.
Yep.
I would not mind ending a little bit early today.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie. Let us
Yeah.
end.
I ain't feeling it.
Sorry, I got a little distracted near the end. I wanted to partake a little more, but
No worries.
my head wasn't really in.
So we calling it here then?
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
I'm back.
Not sure. Oh my god, stop.